When dawn broke over Washington, D.C. one Saturday in April, hundreds of men and women awoke to a challenge. Most have defended our country, and many bear the scars from the sacrifice they've made. This uphill battle has a profound meaning.
If you can get a wounded guy to stop focusing on his injuries and start focusing on some bigger goal, you know, he probably never will question again whether he can accomplish a goal like that.
Chris Frost from Arlington, Virginia, is a 12-year veteran with the U.S. Air Force. He'll be riding in this 2-day, 112-mile bike ride called Face of America Ride.
It's really designed to inspire these guys. It's inspired to get them out of their wheelchair, get them out of the hospital, get them moving, get them thinking of themselves active again.
Chris knows all about being active after an injury. He'll be pushing the pedals of his bike with his prosthesis. Chris deployed to Iraq in 2008 as a bomb blast investigator, and within months fell victim to the enemy's signature weapon.
We had received word that there was another American unit that had been hit by a roadside bomb. So my job at that time would be to go out and do a post-blast investigation. So I loaded into the truck and we headed on down the road, and we were almost to where they were when we found another IED when it detonated underneath our vehicle. I knew fairly quickly the extent of my injuries.
Chris lost his legs below the knee in the explosion. But his injury didn't keep him down. Before long, he was pushing himself to new levels of achievement. In 2010, he biked across America in the Sea to Shining Sea ride.
What do you call a guy who's ridden 4,000 miles across the United States? It's not disabled. It may be crazy.
Chris proved something to himself during that trip that will stay with him forever. But on this day in D.C., threatening weather could present a problem for him and the hundreds of other riders.
You know, as a cyclist, I'm not really unhappy with cooler weather, as long as the lightning and hail stay away.
From the D.C. Mall, the first day of the ride has cyclists meandering through downtown, into Virginia, and past the Iwo Jima Monument, through rural countryside, to Gettysburg by the end of day 2. But a couple of hours in, the rain begins. The roads become slick, and the ride a bit more interesting.
Check your brakes, check them, check them, check them.
At the first rest station, just 20 miles in, the riders are wet, but spirits aren't dampened.
It's an amazing thing, especially with the group, to take over DC, take over the streets. People I haven't even met there are my friends now.
Chris, like many vets with leg injuries, prefer recumbent bikes, either foot or hand cranked, for their ease of operation. But by mile 42, no matter what the style of bike, it's been a tough slog. And Chris arrives with mechanical problems.
We had a little downhill, so it was going pretty good. As soon as the cage started coming back uphill, crank, 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 pop.
A broken chain sidelines him for the rest of the day. The prediction of severe thunderstorms and tornado warnings give all the riders pause. Ambassador Paul Bremer with World Team Sports, organizers of the event, decides to let Mother Nature have this day.
My guidance to the staff is very simple. Ride safety is rule 1, rule 2, rule 3. We simply will not take any chances. When the riders, the able-bodied riders, are working with the disabled riders, getting them up the hills and stuff, I mean, that's what matters. It doesn't matter if it's 55 miles or 42 miles.
And as the riders load up bikes and bags, the trials of the day are put in perspective.
If anybody thinks This is tough. Losing an arm and a leg. That's tough. Thanks, guys.
Day 2 in Frederick, Maryland greets the riders with sunshine and optimism.
I'm ready to roll, get this thing done and over with. I love it.
Today's ride takes the bikers through the rolling foothills of the Appalachians, testing the mettle of many.
Today's actually the tougher of the 2 days. The first day is longer. The second day has these they're almost little walls. You have to get almost into your lowest gear and just crank as hard as you can, get up them.
At Loy's Station Covered Bridge, one of the more scenic stops, yesterday's storm has left its mark. And unfortunately for Chris, it's the end of the line.
Broke the bike. Huh? I broke my bike. Oh, you broke a bike? That's not nice.
Now I'm testing out the new prosthetic legs, and apparently I still have plenty of power because I broke a weld on my bicycle. Leg problems, broke a chain, fixed that, broke this, and now I'm going to enjoy the scenery from one of the sag wagons. It's just great being out here with all the rest of these guys, and they're still a pretty good time. Lots of friendships.
That same sentiment is shared across the board from all the riders, including veteran Chad Jukes.
My favorite thing about organized rides like this isn't, going fast or anything like that. It's the people. It's really fun to just be out on the road with hundreds of other cyclists, and it's just really exciting, really fun to meet new people.
There's a renewed spirit within the riders on day 2, and their enthusiasm is infectious when they arrive at each rest stop.
Right turn. Hard right. Right turn. Right turn. Ready, take her up on 2 wheels. Here we go. Woo!
The Face of America ride is symbolic of the sacrifice these veterans have made in service to their country. And pedaling through the battlefields of Gettysburg is a fitting tribute to those who fought before them. They've reached the end of the road. A 2-day bike ride from the nation's capital to the nation's hallowed grounds. A journey these brave men and women won't soon forget.
It's quite a tear to your eye, man, when you see all the people out there clapping and applauding us and thanking us and all. I consider this as my parade home.
Drop into our website to send us your comments and suggestions. And now, you can also find us on Facebook. Learn more about Maryland's diverse natural beauty on our website and in our magazine. DNR, inspired by nature, guided by science.
Outdoors Maryland is made by MPT to serve all of our diverse communities and is made possible by the generous support of our members. Thank you.